Okay, we're going to screen some casting. Again, I'm trying to use my GoPro. But basically, castings are loaded in the screen, and since they're a little clumpy, I have to sort of use this little shovel that I bought to shake the chunks of compost apart, and then, as you can see, the screen does the rest of the work. Every once in a while I need to shake it a little bit. This particular screen is 1/8 inch and it's due for replacement just because it's been used so much and there are holes and it's losing shape and so on. So it's a tedious work, and eventually at some point I'm going to probably upgrade this to something a little more automated. And so the stuff that comes out of this, out of the chute, is probably either going to be used in the garden, or I might just put it back in the worm bin. As you can tell, it's a little chunkier and there's still stuff that is partially decomposed. Typically it's wood chips, because I do add wood chips to the worm bins, and those do take a long time to decompose. So it's manual work. This is what I have so far for today. I need 4 buckets of compost, so I have a long way to go. I got this to sift, and then I have some fresh casting that I just harvested from the flow-through unit. Those are going to be spread out in larger bins, and they do need to dry out a little bit, just because they are a little bit too wet, and so it doesn't make sense to sift it when you got clumps of slightly wet castings. That's about it for the day. Probably be working here for it's probably going to take me an hour and a half to finish the rest. Yeah, this is the most tedious part. You gotta break them apart, and so and then of course the screen gets clogged up, so you gotta shake it off. Anyway, this is what I'll be doing the rest of the day. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon. We are going to harvest my flow-through vermicompost, and for the first time I'm actually using a GoPro cam. So hopefully you guys will be able to see the process. So the flow through was set up about a year ago, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but all the cardboard that was set at the bottom of the bin has pretty much disintegrated, and so we're now able to scrape the casting from the bottom. The consistency of the casting is really nice consistency, and I'll show you once I'm done. What I might need to invest is in a better tool to do this. This rake is a little too short, but the idea behind the flow through is that the castings will eventually fall in the bins down below. I'm just going to sort of jump start the process. I think this might be better way to do it. Yeah, the teeth of this little hand tool are a little too short to harvest, but there you go. But I'm thinking that once I get this started, then the casting are going to start falling down below on their own. Okay, let's take a look at. Yep, really nice consistency. Slightly wet, but it's going to take no time for dry out, and then after that I will run it through the sifter to get the final product. So I'm liking it. This is again the first time harvesting, and I started this worm bin, this flow-through worm bin, about a year ago. So that's how long it takes to get to this point. And I'm going to get some more, but this is the basic process, and I'm just going to show you the inside of the worm bin. So food is put in from the top. We got lots of bugs because the weather has been so crazy, going hot and cold, but you feed your worms on top, because again they are top feeders, and then they will deposit the castings toward the bottom, and so at the very end you can harvest from underneath. And that's it for today. I had a very busy day met a few people, sold castings, sold African night crawlers, and so a good day. Thank you.